In this episode, we get the much-awaited rematch between Bee and Ash, and it was really good. It was really cool. Hey, this is GatorEX, and let's go ahead and discuss episode 39 of Pokemon Journeys. It was a pretty neat one. Now, of course, this one starts off with Ash training both Riolu and Pikachu, and all those Pokemon are there. They're all watching. It's a nice little moment. Specifically, though, it seems like he's training Riolu to deal with more ranged attacks, or at least specifically, of course, to beat Bee next time they battle, and which happens to be this episode because Go comes by and he says, hey, why don't we go to Johto, because Bee is in Johto, and we at Chuck's gym, which that was a pretty interesting thing with Chuck returning. So they get there. Go, of course, wants to catch some Johto Pokemon. We don't see him catch anything until the very end, though, but because it's a pretty it's of course pretty focused on Ash's rematch with Bee. So they get there. And, Bee is training against Chuck, which, a lot of this makes sense in terms of Bee just going around training with different people. And, I think it's pretty neat to see Chuck again. Realistically, of all potential returning characters, it was just kind of cool to see. Just because, with how the series is structured, how the series is, just anybody could come back basically in any episode. So this is just something really neat to see. The funny thing is, though, Ash is all, he's got his confidence back, he's got his groove back, he's ready to battle, but what's funny is Bee doesn't, she recognizes him, but she doesn't know his name, of course, and, they only had one battle, but she calls him, the Riolu trainer, yeah. Chuck recognizes Ash, though, and there's a brief flashback to their battle, way back when, so, just having all that there is pretty nice. So Ash challenges her to a battle, and I think it is interesting. One thing she says is something like, I won't refuse any challenge. So yeah, that's the thing. Most of the episode is the battle. Interestingly enough, though, Bee isn't using her Pokemon that she had last time, Hawlucha. That's it. It's still a 2v2 battle. She starts off with Hitmontop, and Ash starts off with Pikachu, which I think is kind of a better choice, I guess. Too bad, though, I guess. Farfetch'd didn't get its redemption, but Riolu did in this episode, and I guess that's what the main importance was placed on. But Ash's Pikachu, obviously, versus Hitmontop, it's a pretty good battle overall. They're pretty matched for speed, and Pikachu's kind of got some of the advantage, especially with how Ash is battling. The animation, of course, just looks really nice, and honestly, I think, again, it's a 2v2 battle, but I think the best portion of it, honestly, is Pikachu versus Hitmontop. It's just really nice and really well done. One cool thing, though, as far as strategy goes, Pikachu uses Electro Web on the ground, making it difficult for Hitmontop to, really go anywhere without getting, zapped, electrocuted, and slowed down, which was a good move because, Hitmontop has to be touching the ground, really. That's how it's most mobile, spinning as a top. So Pikachu takes out Hitmontop. With some ease. Of course, Pikachu is worn out, tired, because he had to keep up. They had to keep up with each other, and Hitmontop was pretty strong as well. But then Bee brings out Grapploct, and this, Grapploct just kind of takes Pikachu out like that. Even pressing him so tight that he can't even really Thunderbolt, or can't Thunderbolt, Iron Tail, anything. So then Riolu comes out, and one nice thing too is Riolu's helping Pikachu up, is carrying him back while he's staring down at Grapploct. But now, I guess, the big the whole battle is big and important, but the portion of Riolu versus Grapploct, and, Ash and Riolu are being a little more careful now, taking steps back, fighting from a distance where they can. But I think the interesting thing is, though, they let Grapploct grab Riolu. They both Ash and Riolu, and then at the very last second, at the right time, Riolu force palms to get out of there while hitting Grapploct. So that's really, I don't know. Does that work? I guess it does. I mean, it's all anime. It's pretty neat. We see, Riolu's aura kind of flare up, so that's pretty neat to see. Just like a little visual indicator. We probably will see a little more of this, I guess, as Riolu continues to battle, and maybe, potentially when it evolves, just more little visual cues like that. It's just kind of neat. But anyway, the battle ends as they both go full force toward each other, and it ends in a draw. Overall, really nice. The rankings don't change as well. That's, something that the Rotom drone says. And, on one hand, it's cool, but I guess it kind of is building more their rivalry, because eventually, they're probably going to face each other, once you get to, the top 8, right? And then that's, there's the final, probably, tournament between, the top 8 trainers. B was already pretty high. She was like 193, I think, something like that. Yeah, B just is not stopping, but Ash still got a way to go. It ending in a draw, I think overall, it's kind of fine. Still, Ash has got a bit of redemption, especially because B kind of like acknowledged that his battle skills even more so, and especially at the end, Chuck's all like, all right, cool, let's take a break, let's chill out, and they're all just having sweets together, and especially because if you saw the preview from last week, B just kind of chows down on the sweets. Her Pokemon too, even, they're really enjoying it, and it's just a nice moment of where they're all kind of just hanging out, and again kind of talking between B and Ash. One thing specifically is that she shares some cake with Pikachu and with Riolu, and on top of that, Grapplock is like, go on, take some. So it's kind of nice to see that aside from the battle, they're all chill, just because B, the way that B was acting before was not exactly the friendly, but I mean, then again, it wasn't like harsh or anything. It was more like, all right, cool, this is a battle, let's battle, I win, all right, cool, bye. So I mean, it's kind of nice. I mean, I wonder though if well, obviously Pokemon Twilight Wings is, I guess, in a different canon, but I joked about it's episode 2 basically taking place between these two episodes, to where in the middle of this she learns to chill out. So it's it's just nice, but like, they definitely do set things up for later. They're like, oh, yeah, I'm gonna keep training, yeah, let's keep going, we'll meet in the top as we both battle to eventually battle Leon. So that overall, that's really nice, and especially with some of the sneak peek or the special preview that came out this week too for the Galar episodes. Now, the Galar episodes coming out next month aren't going to be battle focused. They're not going to be focused around the World Championships. Going to be focused around the Darkest Day. But still, the fact that we're gonna, like, things concerning Sword and Shield are still going to be probably even ramping up a bit more, but that, that's just overall nice. Overall, a great fun episode. Like I said, it's a very battle focused episode, so again, most of it is just a visual treat to see the battle. But let me know what you think down in the comments below. Did you enjoy this episode? What would you like to see going forward for the series? How soon do you think it'll be before they get another rematch? I'm wondering, I'm thinking that at this point, again, now that Ash has kind of, like I said, got his groove back and come to a draw with B in this battle, I think it's probably not going to be until the final championships that they battle again, and then Ash is going to beat B like fully officially, and then then battle Leon eventually in this, in the like the final rounds. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below. If you want to see Yu-Gi-Oh, hopefully to the next episode for Yu-Gi-Oh! 7s, because I'm reviewing Yu-Gi-Oh! 7s as well. Hopefully the next episode should be up as well, the review for that, so you can check that out. iCard, end card, link in the description. If you enjoyed the content, remember to leave a like and subscribe to show your support. You can enable notifications by clicking that bell icon next to the subscribe button. This will make sure you see each new video as it comes out, and will make you a member of the Chingling Squad. Anyway, this has been GatorEX. Have a nice day.